Hi guys, and welcome to this Model Engineers workshop. Today in the workshop, we're going to be making two leading crank pin retainers. Isn't that a wonderful title? Come on, let's take a look. Hi guys, I'm the chef. Right, today we're going to make the leading crank pin retainers. So I'm in a bit of a funny spot at the minute because I can't do too much more with regards to the wheels and axles till I actually get them made. But I'm getting them CNC'd by a local company here. But what I can do is I can make the bits that kind of go on or around the wheels. So this material here, we're going to make the retainers from for the leading crank pins. Now the crank pins I can't make until I get the wheels, because I've got to make sure that the crank pins actually fit in the holes generated by the CNC machinery once they're made. So, but this is a piece that goes into the end of the crank pin that holds on the connecting rod, the coupling rod, sorry. The connecting rod goes from the cylinder to the driving pin, main driving pin on the wheels. This is holding on the coupling rod of the leading axle. So, order operations is I'm going to get this in the lathe. You can see it's a bit raggedy. It's been beat on by somebody, probably not me. I just grabbed a handful of these. They were scrap from where I can't quite remember at the moment. Not that it matters, it's good steel, and it'll be good enough for this position. It doesn't need any specific grade. So we're going to turn this down to 25.4 inch in the old money. We're then going to put the shaping on the end. We're then going to part it off, leaving enough to clean up. Once I've got two like that, they'll be flipped around in the 3-jaw. We're then going to center drill 4.2 all the way through. We're then going to mill the recess at 8mm. Now I've got a 4-slot end mill, a 4-flute end mill here. It's a little burnt. I don't quite know what I did with that. I seem to think I was milling stainless steel and it got bit up, but we'll see. If this one doesn't go, I've got a 2-flute here, also 8mm, which will do the same job. But it's only going to cutting on the tips anyway. It's not going to be milling to the middle because, of course, we'll have already had the 4.2 hole in it. Once that is machined to depth, we'll make sure the flange is the right depth and repeat that twice. So we're going to make 2 blanks out of this first. They're like a little slice, really. Once it's down to 25.4, they're 8.4mm slices. Once they've got the shape on them, 2 of those. And then one at a time, reverse that, take this out the 3-jaw, put them into the chuck, holding it by the little bit that we've machined. So the flange is tight up against the 3 jaws to keep it all nice and square. Center drill, 4.2, 8mm, clean off the flange to the right depth, and 2 more bits are done. All right, guys, I'll get set up in the lathe and I'll get back to you. Right, so here we are, set up in the 3-jaw, tool in the tool post. So we're going to clean up, turn down to 25.4. I've got enough sticking out of the 3-jaw here to do both of these little retaining pieces. Got the machine set on 700 RPM. We'll see how that responds with this steel. We can go up or down from there if I think it's a bit nasty. Right, I've got my little sketch. Yep, here we go. It's no good if you leave it on the bench, is it? Hey, chef? Right, so I've got my little sketch, so I know what I'm doing. First thing, clean up down to 25.4, probably down to just shy of the jaws, and that will give me enough for both pieces. All right, guys. Let's have a look, make sure everything's free. We're good. Right, here we go. Let's have a look, see how that's cutting. Could be a little better. Might need to turn the insert round in a bit. All right, let's just keep going at the moment, and we'll take off maybe a bit of a bigger cut. That's got all the muck off the outside anyway. So here goes. Is that giving us a better finish? Not really. All right, let's just have a look. Let's go, just change the speed. Let's go to a bit faster and see what we get off that. Let's go to 900 RPM. If the lathe will play ball with me. There's a gear in there somewhere. I know there is. That looks about right. Yep, there we go. Let's have a quick test. Yep, right, there we go. Right, let's try that again. Put on a cut, wind in, and we'll get back onto the power feed. Here goes. How's that surface? Oh, it's not brilliant, but it's good enough. I'll be able to polish that up later. Right, guys, I'll stop it there, and I'll bring you back when I get down to 25.4. Right, so down to 25.4. I was actually at 25.45, and it was still looking a bit rough, so took a bit of emery paper to it, a bit of Scotch-Brite, worked it down to 25.4. It's nice and smooth now, a bit nice and shiny. Feels really good. So I'm going to face off the end now, tidy up, and then we're going to start turning the nubbin on the end of here, which needs to be 11.8 millimeters diameter and 6.9 deep. So I'm going to go maybe down to about 7, maybe 7.5, just to give myself some room, just to clean up and tidy up at the end. But I'm just going to tidy up, and then we'll start getting that going. Okay. Yep, here goes. Right, sorry for banging the camera, but there we go. So that's the end faced off. That's nice. Yep, super. So, yep, start turning this down. It's going to be 3 turns on the compound to get me to the depth. And then I can, once I get it down to diameter, I'll just get it to the right length rather than working too close. Let's have a look. So, we're going to touch off at that. Yep, there we go. So, let's put on the cut, and we know the depth. Now I've got the compound set to 0. So let's power this up and get it done. 3 turns, here we go. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Right, get it down to 11.8. I'll bring you back. No point in watching that. Down to 11.85 now. Just going to basically take off some dust, cut into the shoulder a little bit and pull out, and then we can just give that a little bit of polishing and we'll get it down to length. So here goes. There we go. I'll just clean off some burrs with a fine file, and then we'll have a measure, see how much we actually have to take off the end of this to get it down, this distance down to 6.9. As always, if you're using a file on the lathe, make sure it has a handle on it. This has got a rough side and a smoother side. I'm going to use the smooth on it. I just want to take the corner off in the burrs. So, right, this shouldn't take long. There we go. Let's have a quick, yeah, that's nice. Right, so let's have a depth measurement. We've got to get to 6.9. All the way back out of it. Give me a bit of room. And we can use the calipers just as well for this. Making sure we stay square. There we go. And lock the screw while I'm at it. There we are. We are at 5, 6, 7 points. 7.5, 7.85. Need 6.9, so we can get a zero, get wound in, get a 0, and we'll take a bit off and have a remeasure. So there's my 0. Get my contact. Wind back, wind out. Let's put on. So back to 0. Here we go. And looks good. Let's go 0.4. See how we go after that. All right, here goes. Do the depth in again. Go that side, a bit easier for me, I think. Right, make sure we get roughly as square as we can. Yep, lock down the caliper. Let's have a look. Where are we at? You're going to focus for me. 7.25, 7.25. So another 0.4 off, and then we'll take a go. So that's that much on this one. There we go. And one more go. Here we go. Right, so there we go. Now let's have a... This should, he says with a smile in his voice, right, this should give us 6.9. Oh, damn close. Right, let's have a look. Looks good at first glance. 6.995. 6.85. Close enough. Okay, right. Now, quick tool change. Whip that one off. Let's have the big part, the wider parting blade, because it cuts a little deeper. We know that that is... No, wrong one. Here we go. There we are. We know that that is 2.5. We need to leave 1.5 behind, so I'm going to go, that's 4. I'm going to go to 5. So, but anyway, let's just first get this set up. So, I need to go in, make contact. There we go, set on 0, which is there. Lovely, super. Come out. We're going to go 5, which is on this machine is 5, pretty much 6 turns. Sorry, what am I talking about? 6 turns. 2 turns. Right, so if I go down 1, 2 full turns, it's going to give us about 5, 6, 5 and a little bit. 5, almost 6, so including that, so there's going to be 2, 2.5, maybe to clip on that flange there. That looks about right. Where's my little ruler gone? Bloody gremlins, they're everywhere today, I tell you. Ruler, oh, here it is. Somehow found its way back to the bench. Do a little bit of a numbnut check. We're looking for 5mm, 6mm, somewhere around there. We're looking very good at about 5, so that will do. So, part this off. Try and catch it with something because it's going to come off and it'll be bloody hot. So I'll just use the back of my notepad and do this under power feed. So, here goes. Good, so we're over halfway through now. Yep. Getting very small in the cut. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start getting ready to catch this. And bingo, there we go. Alrighty, you can see, there we go. Nice, nothing too drastic on that. Nice surface finish on that cut, I tell you, bloody hell. Nothing wrong with that parting tool. There we go. So this is the blank. Once I get the other one done, we'll reverse this in the chuck, hold it by this bit here. Yep, and then we'll do the drilling and the counterboring for the M4 bolt that goes through there. Right. That looks pretty, doesn't it? Okay, guys, I'll get the second one done. I'll bring you back. Right, guys. So, got 2 of these made now. These are the blank retainers. You can see there's the little tit on it from parting off. As much as that looks quite rough, it is actually very smooth. So this is all to dimension now, as far as we can. I've got the second one in the 3-jaw chuck already. So we're chucking by this. We're going to thin this flange down to 1.5mm. We're then going to center drill it, 4.2mm all the way through. Now then, of course, I had a couple of options. I was either going to use this slightly burnt up
4 flute end mill to go in 4.5 mil, or if that didn't work, I have this 2 flute slot drill, which is also 8 mil. And then I realised somewhere in the past I bought a set of counterbore cutters. Get that off there. So of course this pilot here is 4.2 mil, so that will lead its way through the hole. There we go. And we'll go in 4.5 mil. And when that's done, a little bit of a deburr on the outside, and somewhere here, there it is. Here we have the little M4 by 12 mil cap head screw, bolt, cap screw with a spring washer as specified by the drawings. And of course that will then go through, stick out the back, and that will go into the leading crank pin on the locomotive, which I can make once we get the wheels and the axles CNC'd. I'll have to get that organised in the next few weeks, I suppose. Might be interesting to see if I can get the owner of the company, who's the guy, that's the guy I deal with anyway, not just the office people. If you can let me go and video that, that could be quite interesting. I think it'd probably be a lot of speeding up, but really interesting to just make some clips and, you know, before we start and when we finish and when we get a wheel out the other end. Right, so as I say, I've got the second one of this in the 3-door chuck already, and I'll get you over there and explain what I've done, and we'll get this one and that one down to size. All right, guys, see you back over at the lathe. Right, guys, so number one in the chuck now. Clean the jaws out, clean the face of the jaws off, put the piece in, pushed it tight up against the jaws, tighten the chuck up, so we now know it's concentric and it's as square as it's going to get. Just got to turn this flange down to 1.5 mil. So let's get the verniers, get them close to me. So the verniers are very near. There we go. Right, let's get this tool moved in, and we'll get that tip turned off, and we'll get it down to 1.5 mil. Actually, what's it at now? Let's just have a quick measure before we start. So we are at, this is from straight after parting off, of course. We are at 2.65, so we've got a mil to take off it at least. All right, guys, here goes. Another quick check, we got quite a bit just off there. There we go, let's have a look, see where we're at. 1.56, 6.5, 1.65. Okay, so that's going to be 15.15 off, so we're going to go about that far on this dial. And I'll take this across on the power feed this time. So I go in by hand, and then we should be ready for all the drilling and counterboring. So here goes. one more check, should hopefully be the last. Right, let's have a look. 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. That's it. Bingo, we're there. Right, so let's wind this out, get that tool out of the way. There we go. One advantage of a quick change tool post, of course. No packings, no shims, no worrying about centre height. You do it once, and until you change the insert, then you're good. Right, so let's find the centre drill. I know it's here on top of the lathe somewhere. There it is. Right, get the tailstock moved up. So as I just said in the clip before this, it's going to be centre drill, 4.2, counterbore. I'm adding a little bit of a countersink just to tidy up. So we're going to do a fourth operation after that, which is just to put a little bit of a chamfer. It's not a countersink, chamfer, yeah, whatever. On the hole that we're creating, the 8mm diameter. So centre drill, 4.2, counterbore, chamfer the corners. Right, here we go. Right, so centre drill out, 4.2mm in, tighten up. There we go. And that comes. There we go. Lock the tailstock down. There we go. That went through nice and easy. So let's take that out. Now, as you can see, I've put my little traditional blue, come on, you're going to focus it, little blue line. So when that blue line is at the front of the face, not in the face, but you're going to focus what? There we go. Then I know that's my 4.5. As you can see, it's got a pilot. I've measured that. That is exactly 4.2. So that will guide this as we go in through the hole. So I'm just going to chuck that down quite a long way, actually, I think, in the drill chuck. So it's got no chance of wandering on us. Not that it would with the pilot on it, of course. Just don't want it to... I want as much grip as I can on that. I've never used one of these before. So this is going to get exciting. So let's wind that. All right, that's as far as I can go. Right, here we go. Speeds and feeds all the same. Just take my time at it. Here goes. In goes the pilot. Contacts. Oh, this is cutting nicely. Oh, I like this. This is nice. No effort at all. Blue lines coming up to the face. And now I can't see it. Quick enough. There we go. Let's just check that again. There we go. Oof, that was exciting, but that cut really, really nicely. Right, so let's get this out. Just put the countersink in and just tidy up that hole. And then when get that out of the way, I've got a small needle file. I'm just going to take the sharp edge off this front face here, just to make it handleable. Well, it is anyway, but just to make it presentable, if nothing else. So let's get this into place now. There we go. Lock the tailstock down, and off we go. As you see, that will do that. That's nice and smoothed off. It's about, I don't know, 1/2 mil chamfer probably. There's my little needle file. So I'm just getting, again, even though it's a needle file, it's got a handle on it. Never, ever, any kind of file with no handle. Just going to have the lathe running, and I'm just going to clean off this corner here. Here goes. Now, I know you saw me just touch that when it was running. I could tell through the file when I first started there was a bit of roughness on there, but that soon disappeared, and I could tell through the file again that it was smooth, so I wasn't risking cutting myself. I wouldn't have done that without the chamfer on there, that's for sure. Right, so that piece comes out. Let's just find hole number 1. There it is. Pop that out now. And now we're looking. I can feel a burr on the back, so I'm just going to have to deburr that. You can even see there's a little bit of a burr on there. I will do that in a second, but the front of that's looking very nice. Right, guys, I'll get over to the get the second one done rather. Oh, there we go. Get jumping the gun. Get over to the bench, and we'll talk through what we've done. All right, see you in a bit. Right, there we go. A couple of interesting little pieces made there. The 2 leading axle retainers. Oh, wonderful title still, isn't it? So, as you can see, right, first off, yes, I have taken the burr off the back. You can see the little chamfer in there. Right, the fronts were done. So we've gone through with a 4.2, and then we counterbored so that they would fit. There's the screw, goes in. Sticks out quite a bit at the minute because, of course, there is a spring washer at the back of that, which will have to go. Let me see the spring washer, yes. Come on. Yeah, see, so we've got a long way to go. We've got all that material there to squeeze in, so that that will account for the amount that is there sticking out. So that's pretty much going to be flush, which is what it probably needs to be. If not, well, we can always mount these cap head screws into a little tap bushing in the lathe and skim them off if necessary. But that's a little way in the future. These 2 parts and their bolts, which of course I've bought. I'm not making bloody cap screws. I wouldn't know how to anyway. There'd have to be a hex head or a screw across the, like a screw with a slot in them. I could make those, but these I wouldn't have a clue. Right, okay. 2 more bits, guys. Right, back in a tick. Righto, guys, that'll bring this video to a close. 2 more little bits done. Nice simple turning job today. Didn't take very long. 2 leading crank pin retainers. Still a wonderful title, isn't it? Right, guys, that's it. That's this video done. These are going to go into a bag on the shelf of many bits. Right, so I'll do like I always do, guys. If you can find it in your heart and soul to leave me a like, a subscribe, and maybe hit that bell. If you're a watcher, come on, guys, it's 2025. It's time to join the club, become a subscriber. It'll make me very happy. It gives me all the motivation I need to come out into the workshop, even on a hot day like it is today. It's 36, 38 degrees here today. Right, so this is the chef saying, as I always do, see you later.